slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
Alright folks, I'm seeing a lot of videos on the internet on how to take apart a bear. So they've got this bear here. It was 153 pounds. So right now we're going to take the front shoulders off. They're not connected by a joint. So I go right in like this. Hope you can see them left-handed. I'm usually left-handed, but I'm using my right hand for this side. Get right on that shoulder blade, and that comes right off. And then I'll do this side so you can see. Just go right in up underneath that armpit. You don't want to go too far back here because you could end up getting the back strap. But it'll come right off. Just keep following that down. And voila! Then I come up here, I cut into this belly flap. We kind of leave it on in a sense just to keep the air from beating the inners. Then we take the inners out. Which can tend to be a process sometimes.
I'll wait for it.
The bigger the bear, you know, the bigger the animal, the bigger the inners will be. Sometimes they chop them right up on you.
Sometimes they shoot him.
Yeah, sometimes they shoot right through the backbone, the spine, and take out the inners. And as you can see, this one, when they were gutting it, they cut into it. So what my job is, take it out, put it over there, clean it up, and try to see what we can salvage. Now you watch on the internet, there's a million different ways, and I guess everybody does it differently, and it also depends on how you're cutting it out. It depends on, there's lots of different factors that it depends on, but the main goal is to just get it out without cutting through the back strap, cutting off anything else that's not the inner. And voila. You can see where they chopped it. And then with your inners. Then we come over here. And what I'll do is I'll take the back straps out. Usually there's like a little point right here. That's usually where I start. Then I follow right down one side of the spine all the way down. You gotta be careful you don't slip and go on the other side and cut into the back strap on that side. Then I come down, right around the muscle right here on the hind quarter. Then I come right down the side, right on the outside edge of the back strap, right down the rib cage. Then I usually start right up here at the point, and slowly start cutting it out. And it slowly peels out. Try to keep it so you can see.
hydraulic machine, so that's really last night. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, it's not spinning. All right. And that's the back strap. So I'm gonna finish the other back strap, get on the table, and then we'll show you behind quarters right after that. All right, guys, so my knife's a little dirty because I've been using it, but we like to use a 6-inch Victorinox German steel boner. First thing I gotta do before I do the back straps is I put a little bit of an edge on it, make sure she's sharp. Now, when it gets really bad, I bought this sharpener. It's a AccuSharp. Been trying this out. Still kind of new. I haven't had any issues with my blade being bad after using it. So far so good. But yeah, now anyways, I'm gonna clean up a back strap. They want this back strap in thirds. So what I do is I find this, there's a little seam for this cover. I'm left-handed, so I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. And we want to get this cover here off. Without sinking into the back strap. Which I'm gonna have to. Like I said, everybody's got a million different ways to do it. This is just how we do it. Or I do it. Once you get that off, I mean, it's almost clean. Then you just gotta clean it up just a little bit. Then we just got this one little piece here. Okay, and then what I always do is flip it over, because where the connective tissues or whatever connect to the spine, sometimes you can have little pieces of that spine that you sliced off and it's on the back of it. And nobody wants to bite into that. Okay, so they wanted it in thirds. Like that. And we have the back strap, nice and clean. And it goes over here. Put it on our shelf. And then this all right here will get picked through for scrap. All right, now we're gonna do an inner. And with these, you don't want to sink too deep. You want to clean the surface off, because before you know it, there'll be no back strap, no inner left. Just don't want that nasty stuff on it. See that? If I wouldn't have flipped that over, I wouldn't have seen that grass I gotta get that off in there. Just like that. And then it goes on a tray. I usually put both of them on the tray. Alright, so I'm going to finish this up and then I'll show you a hind quarter. Alright, we're going to take the hind quarter off now. I usually come right up here. On the back here, we don't want to cut into this muscle, we want to cut around it. And then it comes right down to the joint, which you can see right there. And you cut that little antenna.
The alien antenna.
You got the alien antenna. Bring it right down the bone. Like so. And trim her off. Sweet. And then we'll break it down. I can't tell if it's the lens that's foggy. Alright, so they want one hind quarter in the steak and one hind quarter in the roast. So basically we're gonna break it down the same way, sort of. Steaks, you define it a little bit more. So I was gonna do steaks. That'd be the first one. And you got a seam right here on the fall of the bone. Cut right along that. And you can see. Got a little piece of cartilage there. And then you got the steak here you don't want to cut into. So you should cut right down like that. And follow that side of the bone. And then this one and that goes over there for burger. Then we're going to turn these into roast. Alright guys, we got our primals. Now I'm just going to trim them up. These are going to be roasts. So we just got to clean them up so they're not fatty and gross. And like with anything else, this one's got a lot of fat at the top of it, so they're not always the same. So I'm going to go a little deeper just to get that layer of fat off, because bears. See what this is actually is it looks like a bruise. It got bruised, and then the meat turns to that fat. So
Like sponge?
yeah, it's like almost cartilage. Then on the bottom you got all this silver skin and fat and veins. You want to get those out because a vein will make your roast horrible to chew. Like I said, there's a million people out there that probably do it a little different than I do. But this is how I do it.
This is how we do it.
Yep, now I'm gonna get demonetized. And as you can see, all the trim goes over there. And he goes through it. I just don't like leaving these big white tendons. I'll clean it up a little bit. Yeah, it's about as good as I can do for that. Then it goes on dry.
So happens to be able to go some shop around.
And then with this one, there's a cap that I take off.
You took off my gloves, Nick. You want to come over for a second?
And like I said, folks, sorry about the black lines in the camera. It's the LED lighting. And that goes over there.
Sorry. And that's it. When you're done with that, that's all right now.
And you got a lot of fat in here, so you're gonna try to get that and some of the silver skin off in it. Sometimes you can flip it and you see all the veins and fat. You gotta get them off in there.
It's like 3 bucks.
Nobody wants to eat that. Especially on a bear. Not too bad, but that's where that bruise was. So try to cut it out a little bit. And down the side to get that. I don't want to go too deep, but that's going to be tough as can be if I don't cut it out. There we go. Well, unfortunately for that roast, I had to take that piece out because he would have never chewed that once it was cooked. So sometimes you gotta just do it. But a lot of people appreciate what we do here. We take that extra time. Less work for them at home. And it's not always the same, but it's not too bad.
Yep.
All right then.
Take that right out. When you put it in the crock pot, you won't even know
What?
all that damage.
Well,
Soften it right up.
oh, but it was hard as a rock, so I had to cut it out. Just taking the silver skin off. Voila. And you got this over there. And this one. And this one's going to be steaks. And voila. Now just remember, there's, like I said a bunch of times, there's a million ways, I guess you could say. I mean, it's never going to be the same because there's a million different tags, a million different things that people want done. So when you're watching my videos, I might be cutting this way this time, but I might be doing it different the next time. All depends on the ticket that I have on the table. But hopefully, you know, that might help some of you out to do it a little bit faster or whatnot. But that's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Keep on naturing. Peace.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love